Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick comparison here of the new Apple Smart Case, which I have right here in the red color, compared to the actual Apple Smart Cover. Some of the benefits and the downsides, and I also have here the in-case magnetic snapback, and I think this is going to be a really good alternative to the Smart Case if you are considering one or the other. So let me just back this up a little bit, and I'm going to get right into this and show you some of the stand alternatives and how we can actually use the Smart Case in a few different viewing options that they don't advertise that actually work really well. So here we go. Alright, so first off, let's just quickly run through the actual different case option, or the stand options here. So here is our Smart Case. I know we've talked, I did a quick review on it. If you look at my channel, you'll see the actual thorough review of the actual case itself, some of the benefits, some of the pros, the cons. Now the top is going to work just like the regular Smart Cover, where we have our regular typing angle here, and then we have our stand angle right here. Now, one of the biggest complaints with this particular Smart Case so far has been, even though it's only been a couple days, is that the stand actually does not hold up very well up here, which is true. It does actually give a little bit of a, I don't know how you'd say it, but just it's not quite stable. Okay, so one trick here is with the actual Smart Cover flap, pull it back just a little bit, where it creates a little bit of it's not quite magnetically sound down here, but it creates a little bit of a gap here, and that allows you to get a little bit more stability on the case itself, and it leans back just a little bit. So that actually works quite well, as you can see. Now, with any of these smart covers, you're going to get a little bit of a, it's not going to be super stable. Okay, so you have to kind of bear that in mind. But that's one. Okay, so we'll do that. The next is going to be when you're doing general typing here, and I need to move a little bit. So if I'm doing general typing, that's our regular angle, but sometimes this is a little bit too flat. Okay, and I've noticed that with the new Smart Case, because of this top part here, okay, it has a tendency to go down a little bit farther than it will with the normal Smart Cover. So it'd say it should be about right here. Now with this actual Smart Cover here, because of the polyurethane on the back, they're basically going to stick together, which is actually really nice. So let's see if I can do this now. So what you have is unfold the Smart Cover a little bit, and that's your second basically typing angle there. Now it's pretty stable. Okay, if you're typing a lot, so you can move it up and down based on your needs itself. But because of the polyurethane back, it actually is a little bit stickier, so it's going to kind of stick to the back of the case and the front of the case here, so that way it doesn't move as much, and it gives you a much higher angle. So again, if you compare this from the side, that's this new angle here, and if I fold this back up, that's the actual angle. So you see it's quite a bit lower. So lastly, what I want to do is put the Smart Cover on the back here. Now if you have the Smart Cover flat, I'm going to go ahead and fold this up, creating a flat back, and here I get another angle here. Now this one's not quite as stable because of the lip down here, but this also is another really good alternative for typing and things like that. So these are a couple of different angles you can use with the new Smart Case that actually will give you some alternatives to using it just the regular way. Now with that, I just want to compare. Let me get this out of the Smart Case. I'm going to compare those stand options to the Smart Cover. Here's our Smart Cover here. Okay. Again, no cover on the back, but you have your regular typing angle. And like you can see what I'm talking about here, this is a little bit higher than the actual Smart Case because it doesn't drop down quite as much. And then you have your stand option here, and you can see much more stable. Now I can also do the same thing here where I pop this back, but you can see that it doesn't stay because it doesn't have that sticky polyurethane on the back here. So the alternative to that, we're going to take a look at the in-case magnetic snapback case, which I also have a review for if you check it out on my channel. I'm going to go ahead and pop this guy on. The other side first. Do the ends. Now, I usually use this as my everyday case here, and that's because I like to be able to have the option to take the smart cover off. And also on the back of the case here, you see the speaker is not closed in, but you have these magnetic strips, and this is the actual best part of the case itself. So let's go ahead and put the smart cover back on. Okay, close it up. Looks really nice, okay, when it's by itself. Now it has a hard back, so if you're putting it down on the table a lot, I'm afraid sometimes it might crack or scratch or anything like that, but you know, it's just a back protector, so what are you going to do? Now the magnetic strips on the back hold the smart cover in place, not going anywhere. Now you have two options here. See, that top one is going to be for holding the case, the smart cover in place. The second one is going to give us some other stand options. And this is why I'm comparing it to the smart case, because you actually can kind of get this similar type of stand out of the smart case here if you set it up correctly. So that's your smart, obviously there's no iPad in there, so it's going to be hard to stay, but that would be your similar stand there. Okay, so we have that one. And then similarly we have in regular landscape mode here, if we unhook this a little bit, you also have the same type of stand here that will put it back, just tilt it back a little bit more. This is our regular stand. You see how high that is. Tilt it back, you have a better option. So that's basically it, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm still kind of getting used to using the smart case, and I'm trying to get any more questions answered that I have. And you know, I've also found that they're saying when you close this smart cover case, yes, it is annoying to have to do this every time, and I've been using it for a couple days, so I can vouch to that. But when you turn it over, this lip right here does stick to the iPad, and so unless you're shaking it really hard, it's going to stay in place. Okay, so I wouldn't really worry about that. But if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Thanks for watching, and subscribe, and I'll have some more updates pretty soon. Thanks.